Hello everybody and welcome back. So it's officially spring now. We had the spring equinox last week, which I think means that it's the days longer than the nights now. I think that's what it means, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I mean the garden's been thinking it's been spring since like middle of February really. The way it's been growing this year. Doing really well. So yeah, it's just carried on growing. More and more stuff is coming out day by day. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a look round today, look at the highlights, look at what I've been doing. I've got a new plant and I've got a plant that's died on me, which I'm gutted about. I'll show you them two later. Yeah, some of the jobs that I've been doing, some of the jobs that you can do. So it's not a full tour, but just look at the highlights. So this is the new palm I planted last week. I took the gamble, planted it out a bit early, not a massive gamble. Yeah, it's doing fine. And nice silvery outer leaves on it. So yeah, that should do well now. I divided this Miscanthus cosmopolitan last week. That one had a big clump over there, so I've divided it into 3 here, coming across here. So it's a good time of year to do this. That's took absolutely fine. Some quite big clumps in there. And I've got the Miscanthus giganteus that I'm going to put here. I'm going to do a video when I do that one in next week or two. I'm going to do a video on that. Urticaria is really starting to go now. We've got some flowers. The Dicentra, the bleeding heart plant. I just love these flowers. They're like little works of art, I think. You know, how does nature do that? So that's in flower. I mean, I don't know if this is early. I know it is an early flowering plant, but I don't think it flowered this early last year. Beautiful little plant. In the shade here, though, in this part of the garden, I had sun on it all year. So it is a shade-loving plant. The facts is starting to stick out some new leaves now. Now this is definitely the best time of year. All that new growth. Yeah, sun's come out now. Weather's been a bit up and down this week. A bit of everything. Wind, rain, sun, cloud, you name it, we've had it. It started off warm, then it's come a bit cold again. Still nice when you get the sun, when the wind dies down. So basically a typical English or British springtime. Gunner is growing well now. Got the Fritillary. Nice little flowers on that as well. I don't know why these ones haven't flowered this year. Normally get a few flowers here, but it seems to be only this one this time. But they do spread out. Tulips are starting to open up now. I don't know if you can see, but the trees are starting to bud out as well, which I can't remember from one year to next, but I think that is early for the trees to start budding at this time of year. And we've got another week of March left yet. If the trees are coming out, that means everything is starting to grow now. Tetrapanax on its 4th leaf. I'm hoping these leaves are going to get bigger. Still can't see any pups down there. I'm going to weed round this just to loosen up the soil a bit. That's when it starts pupping. Nothing from the Rhododendron yet. That is quite later though. So you've still got the cover on the arid bed. This banana's covered, but I am going to uncover this probably today. But I have took the cover off the side of the arid bed. Just for now, I've been cutting grass. So we can have a better look in here. So the Myriopicta's looking fine. A couple of bits of damage on it. Apart from that, looking absolutely fine. Montana same. Montana the same. So the one what we're a bit worried about is the Ferox. You can see, I mean, the damage on the older leaves isn't a massive, well, it's not a worry at all. There is a bit of black and brown inside here. A bit on there. I think what's been happening, it's been drifting down from the cracks in here. Which I've seen drips on there. It's been that wet this winter. It wouldn't surprise me. Just the accumulation on the top, and then it's just dripped in. That would be good, but to be fair, it's still sturdy. I think if it were going to die, it would have done by now. So I'm pretty sure that will bounce back. I'm desperate to get these covers off now. Might leave it another week or two and then probably take these off. Yeah, and the variegata looking fine. Absolutely no damage, apart from the old fronds, leaves, whatever you want to call them. Got plenty of pups on that one as well. So yeah, the arid bed's looking pretty good. All in all, I think this will bounce back. Like I say, it's nice and firm. I think it would have gone by now if it were going to die. So I moved me Torbay Dazzler cord line. That were over there in the centre bed there, but the last 2 winters it's looked like that. Bounced back last year, fine. I mean, it's not spray pulling or anything, but I know, I mean, it just doesn't look very good. A centrepiece in the garden doesn't look very good. I've got a new plant for over there which I'll show you after. So I've just put this here. Loads of pups on it, even there looking damaged. So it had to come off centre stage and move to the side. We've got a few little flowers. Bit of colour in the garden now. This Persicaria is starting to grow. Pink elephant, I think they call it. And now we've got the little flower here coming out of the Dahmera peltata, which shouldn't really like it in this garden because it's too dry, but it seems to grow pretty well. There it is coming out. Flowers first. And the Persicaria coming here, red dragon. A few more flowers. And I've noticed the other day that my Trachycarpus is starting to flower now. There's the new flowers coming out. One there, one there. I mean, I look around the garden nearly every day. And I only saw this yesterday. So, and I don't know if it's just me or, but I think this trunk is getting airier and airier as it gets bigger. So if you look down here, and you look up here, I mean, it's like a woolly mammoth, really airy. And you can see here, so when it flowers pretty much at the top. And you can see where it flowered here last year, here and here. So look at the difference between that and that. You know, you're talking a foot of growth there, foot of trunk growth on that trachea every year. So a really, really fast growing plant. I mean, the top of this trunk now is level with the top of my head. I'm 6'2", so I've got 6 foot trunk here, and the leaves above it. And the other ones are starting to motor away now as well. So I can't wait till I get some massive tracheas in the garden like this. So that's something to watch out for. Check yours if they're at a certain height. Mine started flowering at this height, so you're probably talking what, 3 foot of trunk before they start flowering. So if yours are at that, then have a look. Might be flowering now. Got the euphorbia in flower. Nice little euphorbia this. I planted a fatsia out here a couple of weeks ago. That's starting to grow. I mean, I planted that out really early, like 3 weeks ago now, but it's starting to grow. I think the good thing this year is we've had the warm weather, then the cool weather, but we haven't had late frosts so far, which has really helped. Hasn't knocked anything back. Jubea still growing away. Still got that cover. I mean, I can take that off now. Just haven't got round to it yet. All these giant lilies, the absolutely amazingly scented lilies, all starting to come out. Normally get 3 big ones here. That'll probably be a little weedy one. Then next year it'll come as a big one. I've got a spider plant in here that I left out, so see if that comes back. This is me Phoenix Canariensis that I thought were dead. I've just kept it going. But looking inside here, I like when I scratch it away, I don't know if there's a bit of life in there. I'm not sure, so I'm going to leave it. So if you see sort of like this bit here is getting a bit of colour back, so maybe it might grow again. Probably not. See, when I scratch it away, it does, there's maybe life in there, but I know it's not anything there, so I'll see. So I'll look around this way. Circus Revolution, I had a look at that over there, that's still green, so that's still fine. Sun's come out now, like I said, in the sun it's nice and warm. And this Callistemon, I noticed the other day it's looking not very good. Can't really tell there, but that is really brown. That's took a lot of damage this year, really. I mean, it survived last year fine. Took loads of damage this year. I mean, all this top growth is all dead. Well, I'm saying it's dead, I'm guessing it's dead. There is a lot of green further down, you can see on these buds. There is new buds, there is life here. So, it is still alive. So I will cut that right back. And I'm looking around now, I mean there's a bit of life here. I don't know how to get the camera to focus on when I want it to. If anybody knows, please leave me a comment. The camera work is shocking. So yeah, I think it's still alive. I will give it an hard cut back. I think what's probably happened is because I've cut the euphorbia back. The euphorbia is normally right over here, so it probably does protect it a bit. So this year it's had no protection, so I'm guessing that's why it's been hit. Probably from the winds as well. I mean, we had a lot of strong winds, a lot of rain. This Persicaria is growing well now. Brunner is in flower, but it's getting eaten to death. That tree fern's pushing out a new frond, I think. Touch and go whether that's still alive, I'm not sure. The olive's getting some new growth on it now. You see these sort of like yellow bits, they're all new leaves. So that's good. Happy to see that growing. Got little bits of stuff in here, I like this little variegated. It was growing in the garden when I moved in, underneath an edge. So I dug it out last year. I put it in here, it's a nice little shade loving plant. No idea what it is. This banana's growing away well now. Need to take this cover off because otherwise if that leaf unfurls I'll not be able to get it off. So yeah, I've got loads of stuff coming now, everything's coming out. Everything's starting to grow. The little track is getting swamped by the bluebells now. Even the figs, thinking about putting out opening its new leaves up. That cover again, I can take that off now. Macrophylla not growing yet. So yeah, some little daffodils. This tree fern is pushing a lot of new fronds out now. Nice and healthy, this one. Nice big frond. I mean, don't get much better than that in the spring. Yeah, everything's starting to make a move. I hope it looks like over the Easter weekend weather's gonna improve. Get up into the teens again. Oh, and I did mention that I've had a death in the garden, it's in here. I'm saying it's dead, I think it is. And it's the Nikau palm. I noticed the other day, as I knocked it, it was a bit wobbly, and then when I've touched it, it's just rotted away, gutted. I mean, this cost me 50 quid. I mean, I only got it in December, and it's dead already. So it won't be a palm that I'm trying again. I don't know if there's any life in there. It's still pretty firm, so maybe I'll keep it for this year, see what happens. But the Robellini looking a lot better now. Washingtonia getting all the dead leaves on it now, all the old leaves. survive winter fine. Not looking that great to be fair, but I'll cut all the dead leaves off. So yeah, everything here is wanting to get out now. Me colocasia, pink china, I put some eggshells around it because that were growing and it's been eaten, I'm guessing by slugs. So yeah, even these, I kept these monstera plants in here over winter, and the top leaves have died, but you can see they are starting to grow. So maybe there's a bit of hardiness in them. Been keeping frost free. When it gets cold in this greenhouse, gets below minus in here, but without actually obviously the frost being inside. All the bootiers that I bought, I think they are growing. This one's really touching the top now, so I think they are growing. I like it in here. It's like 15 degrees, 14 degrees in here. So yeah, so I mentioned that I've got a new plant, so we'll finish off on that. And it's another olive. Kept saying I was going to get one when they came back in. So I got this out of Morrison's yesterday. I've just got them in now, 50 quid for this. I think they were 25 last year, so they have gone up a fiver. But nice, healthy growing, you know, it's a standard one. Nice, healthy growing olive there. I brought me Taiwaniana out and the loquat just to harden them off before I plant them probably next week. Plant them at the bank holiday weekend, I think. It's still pushing out new growth, so it's happy outside. I think they both are. So yeah, all these three will be getting planted soon. Quick look under here. Everything's looking fine under here. All the added stuff that I just keep dry. So yeah, all in all, everything's growing. We're moving into, well, we are into spring now. See the aces in full leaf, pushing out these nice little red leaves that turn green. Again, I think that is pretty early for that. It's the 24th of March today. So yeah, we'll just keep hoping for better, bit more drier weather. It has been really wet. So yeah, that's how my garden's looking. Let me know how far along your garden is, whether you think it's early this year, or whether you live in Scotland or somewhere like that where it might be still cold. Right, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye.